Hello! I invite you to take 1 hour out of your day to sit, relax, and crochet with me. Like always, this is not a tutorial or a pattern, and I am not a professional. Today it's it's Wednesday, March 9th. Here's a quick update on my ghost face window hanging. Isn't he handsome? Wow, look at him. There's a lot of them without blood, but I wanted to make mine a little bloody. I still need like 12 to 13 rows, and I believe the back. I know I need the back to cover that. Moving on to episode number 9. After all that chitty-chatty chatter, I'm going to be working on today this back panel. I have done 2 sleeves. I just need this panel here and 2 front panels, and my sweater would be finished. Like always, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment what project you will be working on and how much progress you think you will get done today. Okay, let's get started.
Body wash.
Well,
You don't want to get married?
well, I mean,
Why are you even telling me that?
I do want to get married.
No, you don't when you're 80. How old are you?
I'm 44 years old.
No, you're not ready to settle down. Don't do that to some poor lady. Because you know you're just going to run around.
Well,
Can
anyway,
we just get to the car scratching incident?
well, the particular incident that she's talking about, again, she came over my house unannounced and I wasn't home. The roommate's daughter.
So she busted you with another woman.
I wasn't home. The roommate's daughter was there. She answered the door. So she called me. She says, "Listen, Robin is at the door." I said, "What's going on?" And then Robin called me on the phone. Said, Why is she at the house? Why is she answering your door?" I said, "Listen, okay, check this out. I'll be off work. You know what time I get off work? I'll come by." She says, "Okay." So she knew I was coming over. I come by. She opens the door. She was half naked. We talked.
Waist up or waist down?
Waist down.
Yeah, and then I remember she had a little something skimpy on. And I says, "Okay," and we talked for about a half
Say that
hour.
like it's wrong.
What?
It's her place. She can wear whatever she wants.
It didn't bother me. I mean,
Although I don't know why you would answer the door that way, but that's you. Go ahead.
It was him.
even though she had a place, but she stayed at my house more than she stayed at her house. Okay, but anyway, so we talked for about a half hour. We agreed to disagree. Okay, well, fine. As long as I have a roommate, she doesn't want to be with me. Cool, no problem. So I left. The day and a half later, she calls me and says, "Why you scratched my car?" I says, "What?" She
So
said,
you didn't take your clothes off? I've got
I took my coat off and
No, just
no, I did
knowing
not.
what I know about you.
I did not disrobe. I
He's
didn't
a
take my
liar.
coat off. No, I didn't.
He just made up 3 stories.
Okay.
I don't know how did that.
But anyway, so she calls me a couple days after that. She says, Why did you scratch my car?" I says, "I didn't touch your car." She said, "Yes, you did." And then she called me back. She said, "You scratched my car." I said, "Listen, come by. Let me see what's going on." She came by my house. She came by my house. She wanted to pick up some money. She wanted to help with her rent.
He gave me a $250 check too.
For her rent. Okay?
Why is he still paying your rent if you're broke?
He is not paying my rent, Nancy. He's been lying to you this whole time about
I've never paid your
about him being at work and knocking on the door. I went over his house. He answered the door, and the roommate was there. I don't know what he's talking about. Phone call, rent. The check was for the scratch on my car. He was going to start paying me. He's making up stories, man.
Let me see. What day did you give
The
her
scratch?
the check?
I didn't give her the check because I saw the scratch on the car. When I saw
What difference would that have made?
because that means she's been messing around.
Coming up.
Where he lives, the carport is directly under his window. So she went under. You can actually hear her keying his car. She made the comment, "That's how we do it in Compton." She drove off.
I want to break free. Imagine a place where we can finally be free. Free to Zoom without a meeting request. Free to enjoy savory bites and stunning sights. And free to reunite with old friends. And new. It's time to break free.
I want to break free.
Ready to break free? Plan your getaway with Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe. Feel free.
It's amazing. He's talking about motorcycle insurance, and people love it.
You deserve to save.
I deserve to save. I mean, he has a way of making you feel seen.
Bundle car and motorcycle insurance at geico.com.
Oh, man, that is wrinkly. Like, not even just a little wrinkly. That's a whole lot of wrinkly. I've got wrinkles on top of wrinkles. At least my shoes look good. Help prevent wrinkles in the dryer with Bounce Wrinkle Guard, the mega sheet with 3 times the wrinkle-fighting ingredients.
I'm a Ganiac, check my drawers. My clothes smell so much fresher than before. Yeah. I'm a Ganiac, check my drawers. It's a freshness like I've never smelled before.
One sniff of Gain Flings and you'll be a Ganiac too. The only detergent with OxyBoost and Febreze.
What's going on? Let me help. Here we go. Lift and push and push. There, it's up there. Ooh, boy.
Hey, Josh.
Wrinkles send the wrong message. Help prevent them before they start with Downy Wrinkle Guard.
Hey, bud.
Hey, Papa. So you won't get caught with wrinkles again. Feel the difference with Downy.
Alexa, play our favorite song.
Okay.
Marsh versus Warren. A man accused of vandalizing his ex-girlfriend's car says he didn't do it. He's being sued for $2,599.
Do we have Giovanna Johnson?
Oh, she ugly.
Hi, Giovanna.
You showing me with that?
Ma'am,
I'm sorry, Miss Grace. I apologize.
what do you know about this incident?
Well, only thing I know about is I went to visit Ty one day. I was coming, I guess Robin was leaving. She looked at me dirty, but it didn't bother me because clearly I guess I was supposed to be somebody she thought he messed with. But it didn't bother me, so I went upstairs and I made a comment, oh, she's going to bust your windows because she seemed mad. But it was whatever, so she's outside yelling and screaming. So we're looking at her through the window. She's knocking on the door, going on and on and on. Where he lives, the carport is directly under his window. So she went under. You can actually hear her keying his car. So we went outside. She's leaving, and she made the comment, that's how we do it in Compton. She drove off. So basically, that's pretty much it.
Well, did Tamart Warren call the police?
No, not while I was there.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Johnson. Let's go to Tony Wood, Auto Body Examiner. Hello, Tony. How are you?
Good. Good morning, Miss Grace. How are you?
I'm good. You are joining us from North Hollywood via Polycom. What can you tell us about this case, Tony?
I looked at the car and looked at these scratches. I performed several tests on this with numerous tools. I took the key that was allegedly used to scratch this car, and I tried to duplicate the scratches all over the car. That scratch is really deep, and it goes through the clear, through the paint, all the way to the metal. I couldn't do it with the key. The key is too worn out and too smooth at the end of it. So what I did is I took a screwdriver, which is a little sharper, and I gouged into the paint, and I didn't get quite as deep. I tried with a 8-penny nail, I tried with a sheet metal screw, and I also tried with an ice pick. Then I decided, well, let me try a house key. And I took a house key, a normal house key, and I scratched the car, and it went right through the paint, through the clear, through the paint, and then right into the metal. So the key that was in question that's used to scratch this car was not the one that scratched this car.
Didn't you testify that it was, in fact, the Lexus key you
I
used?
thought it was the Lexus key because it was pretty fat. Maybe I was mistaken because how the paint was chipped off. But I know he did it because it didn't happen until he left my house that night.
Okay, how much money do you want?
Well, the estimate was $25.99 when I went to the body shop, and I was surprised at that.
Nancy's decision is binding, and it's next.
When I got to ASU, I met Professor Lindy. She's one of the first women to ever lead a NASA deep space mission. I don't even know if I would have applied for the internships at NASA. But then, Lindy told me to go for it. So I did, and I got in. ASU really did help me to go after my dreams.
Whether you join Arizona State University on campus or online, you'll learn from the same world-renowned faculty.
Alice loves the scent of Gain so much, she wished there was a way to make it last longer. Say hello to your fairy godmother, Alice, and long-lasting Gain scent beads. Try Spring Daydream, part of our irresistible scent collection.
Carvana's had a lot of firsts. 100% online car buying, car vending machines, and now putting you in control of your financing. At Carvana, get personalized terms, browse for cars that fit your budget, then customize your down payment and monthly payment. And these aren't made up numbers. It's what you'll really pay, right down to the penny. Whether you're shopping or just looking, it only takes a few seconds and it won't affect your credit score. Finally, a totally different way to finance your ride. Only from Carvana, the new way to buy a car.
Cirque du Soleil invites you to immerse yourself in the world of insects, teeming with joy, amazement, and unstoppable energy. OVO by Cirque du Soleil. Opens March 16th at the Microsoft Theater. Tickets at cirquedusoleil.com.
At Arizona State University, professors include one of the first women to lead a NASA deep space mission. Whether you join us on campus or online, you'll learn from the same renowned faculty.
A Minnesota mom rewarded her son $1,800 after 6 years of no social media. She challenged her then 12-year-old son to refrain from any social network usage until his 18th birthday. She called it their 18 for 18 challenge.
Coke with coffee. We blended Coke with rich coffee for one very good reason. Your afternoon pick-me-up routine needed it. Simple as that. Coke with coffee.
Let me tell you something, young lady.
Yes.
In every court of law, the plaintiff has the burden of proof. If you bring a case, you've got to carry the day. You've got to convince me that he did what you claim. I'm not completely convinced because you didn't see what happened, but
Yeah.
circumstantial evidence is very, very valuable. Now, just because I do not believe you have carried your burden of proof does not mean to me that he's innocent. You, sir, have lied so much about so many things all the way back to the body wash that I really cannot believe anything you say. And under the law, if I doubt your credibility, it's my prerogative to throw out every single thing you've ever said. If I can't believe you in something small, how can I believe you in something big? So I'm going to split it right down the middle. You owe her. Don't look surprised. When you play, you pay. $1,444. Case closed. What, if anything, did we learn today? If you're angry, take a deep breath before you do something you'll regret later. I'm Nancy Grace. Thanks for being with us. See you next time on Swift Justice.
The cases are real. The parties have agreed to a binding decision.
Court's in session.
Nancy Grace's judgment is final. Justice will be swift. Today on Swift Justice with Nancy Grace.
She said the car's been wrecked, somebody hit her, it's not drivable.
Was this accident no accident?
Why were you in prison?
Drugs.
What drug?
Methamphetamine.
Today on Swift Justice with Nancy Grace. Investigator.
Some things that may not matter to anybody else in the world matter to you.
Prosecutor.
I have practiced law since 1984.
And judge.
Sir, I don't care who says what. I'm going to find the truth.
Now, Swift Justice with Nancy Grace.
If a story smells fishy, it probably is. 29-year-old Teresa Hansen says on April 14th, 32-year-old Lila Vargas borrowed her car. She crashed the 2003 Buick Century. Now Teresa's got a wrecked car, and Lila stands to receive $15,000 in settlement. What happened?
Well, like you said, on April 14th, I came home from work with my mom. Lila was doing laundry at my house.
Where do you work?
I worked for a pharmaceutical company.
And you are related how?
My boyfriend, who I have a child with, is her brother.
What's his position on this?
For the most part, he doesn't, we put him in the middle of it. You know, we fight about it constantly, so.
Okay, go ahead.
So, my mother was being impatient and wanted to get home. Lila said she'd give her a ride home.
In your car?
Yeah, well, her vehicle was there that day. So why they took my car, I don't know. I never gave the A-OK to take my vehicle. However, when my keys went out the door, I really didn't do anything to stop it. I just, go ahead and take her. 10 minutes later, I get a call, and she said the car's been wrecked, somebody hit her, and that it's not drivable. You know, get a police report, call the police. So I called my mom, and I said, can you come sit with the baby so I can go get my vehicle? My car seat was in the car, so I couldn't take my baby anywhere. And instead of coming to sit with my baby, she took it upon herself to show up at the scene of the accident, and I guess instruct Lila that she was injured and to get in an ambulance. And
this is your mother?
Yes, yes. So, needless to say, about 10 o'clock that night, I finally made it.
So she instructed Lila that Lila needed to go to the hospital?
As far as I know, that's what was on the police report. I wasn't at the accident, but on the police report it does say my mother showed up and told her that she was injured. So,
you didn't know you were injured?
Oh, I knew I was injured. I'd been in 2 accidents prior to that. So, I mean,
What was the injury?
My back and my neck. Well,
your neck?
Well, no, in this last accident, it was my lower back, so I was hit from the back side. So, it was my lower back.
Do you work?
Do I? No.
Go ahead.
My boyfriend and I had a schedule where we both worked where we could switch off the kid not needing childcare, which was completely impaired once we didn't have a vehicle anymore. And it made it very expensive for us to just make it to and from work. Anyhow, that following Monday, I get a call at my place of business from an attorney, basically letting me know that she had retained counsel and was filing a lien on my insurance company.
Against you?
Yes. Yes, and didn't tell me.
Why are you shaking your head now?
Because that's not true, because everything was fine until I was at her house, not just doing laundry. I babysit her kid all the time. I live down the street from them. I go there every day. I used to go there every day.
So why are you sitting there going...
Well, no, because I wasn't suing her. I was just trying to get my medical bills paid.
Well, you just said you filed a claim.
Yes, okay, yes, I did.
Who did you file it against?
I did. My attorney filed it
Your
against
attorney
her.
does your behest.
Okay, then against her.
What does she do all day?
My opinion.
It's not your opinion. You're dating her brother. You know she's over at your house all the time.
Well, she has many chiropractor's appointments to go to for one. You got to stay on top of those. As far as I know, she doesn't do much of anything all day, and that's as far as I know.
Okay, finish your story. You find out she files a claim against you.
Right, and I'm upset. I'm hurt. I'm betrayed. There's a major lack of communication when a simple phone call to let me know what was going on.
How much money are you out?
When you add it all up, probably about $2,500, and then some that I didn't even include.
What?
I didn't get receipts for the taxes, but we're talking $40 a day for 2 weeks, and there was one day where it was 75 round trip from my place of business to my home, from my home to my boyfriend's place of business.
5 days a week?
Yes, ma'am. And my boyfriend works Tuesdays through Sundays. I work Monday through Fridays, so we're talking 7 days a week somebody needed to get to work. I have a kid to support.
you know, and I had saved up money to
Does
prepare.
the boyfriend pay for the child?
Absolutely. My boyfriend takes very, very good care of.
Have you ever thought of getting married?
I want us all to have the same last name. You know what I mean? I want to be a family. It'd be great. I would definitely love to be married.
Mom, you need to get on that.
Absolutely.
Let me hear your side.
First of all, it was an accident. I mean, the whole thing was an accident. It wasn't my fault. I was at her house, and I was doing her the favor of taking because, okay, she insisted I take that car. I wanted to take my own vehicle. I have my own truck. My truck was there. I would have taken my truck. She insisted on taking that car. That car belonged, I don't necessarily belong to, but they both used that car.
Just get to the fact.
Okay, so she gave me the keys. She knew I took that car.
Okay, fine. We
so
all know you took the car.
So we got in an accident. I get the accident. I go to the hospital. I get these medical bills. Yes, I do have insurance. My chiropractic bills that when I went to the hospital, they referred me to go to see the chiropractor because of my prior accidents.
Go.
So I have all these medical bills, which I didn't come to her and pay. I never even told the lawyer that I wanted ever to sue her, ever.
Well, when she gets sued, I think she's going to find out.
Well, yes, I would have went to her. I would have went down with her personally, but she, as soon as she found out that her insurance wasn't going to pay the damage to her car, she said, well, then my medical bills aren't going to get paid. She dropped her insurance, told the lawyer that if her medical or her car didn't get paid, that she was going to tell him that I stole the car.
Coming up.
Hi, Nancy. I've been analyzing this case using layered voice analysis, which evaluates a person's voice while they're speaking for truth and deception. And this has been definitely an interesting case.
The test results of our layered voice analysis are revealed. Then, Nancy brings swift justice across America.
It's disgusting. It stinks. And every month, I'm losing rent. I'm losing income, and I don't see the light of day as to when I'll be able to rent it again.
And now, most admired alone.
Get out there.
This is embarrassing.
There's no way it's me.
You know her. You love her.
What are you doing here?
It's Anna Gomez! Our first gazillionaire. With AT&T Fiber, Anna's got the fastest internet with hyper-gig speed.
I didn't know you went to school. We have a lot in common.
Live like a gazillionaire with AT&T Fiber. Now with speeds up to 5 gigs. Limited availability.
Cirque du Soleil invites you to immerse yourself in the world of insects, teeming with joy, amazement, and unstoppable energy. OVO by Cirque du Soleil. Opens March 16th at the Microsoft Theater. Tickets at cirquedusoleil.com.
I want to break free.
Ready to break free? Let's get away to a place where we can finally be free.
I've got to break free.
Plan your getaway with Norwegian. Sail safe. Feel free.
Hey, I get it. Commitment can be scary, but not when you're saving up to 15% with Subscribe and Save at Amazon. You get free repeat delivery on your favorite items. And if things don't work out, you can always cancel. Seriously, no one would judge you if you call it off. Okay.
Learn all the ways to save with Amazon.
If the midday break is like your halftime, then Coke with Coffee is the perfect speech from a coach who knows you better than you know yourself. Also, the speech tastes amazing. Coke with Coffee.
Catch the latest action of the 2022 Pendleton Whiskey Velocity Tour on Pluto TV with live coverage brought to you by Tractor Supply.
What do you say? Are you ready?
Tune in each weekend and find out what it means to be cowboy.
Tractor Supply, official Life Out Here partner for professional bull riders.
Henson versus Vargas. A woman wants her damages paid by a friend who may be involved in insurance fraud.
Your lawyer set you up with a chiropractor.
Yes.
Why didn't you, if you were in such pain, why didn't you already go?
This was just like right after
The
the
very
accident.
next day, instead of seeing a doctor, you went to a lawyer?
I went to the hospital. I was taken to the hospital in the ambulance.
Where'd the lawyer come in?
Because they didn't have insurance.
No.
Because they didn't know that.
When did you go to the lawyer?
Like a week. When she told me that the other people didn't have insurance.
So when did you realize that you were in pain?
Well,
When the lawyer told you you were?
I've had back issues since September of 2009 when I originally got my car totaled.
Hurting me. Let's go to Lynn Robbins. Lynn is a layered voice analysis expert with an extensive resume of performing these exams. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Nancy. I've been analyzing this case using layered voice analysis, which evaluates a person's voice while they're speaking for truth and deception, as well as how they feel about what they're saying. And this has been definitely an interesting case.
Explain to me, first of all, what is a layered voice analysis?
Okay, overall, because of the cases that she previously had filed, I was looking at my technology to find out whether or not her injuries and her case was valid. One of the things that popped up on the screen that was a huge indicator to me was this high risk statement. Definitely high risk, extreme conflict. She should have probably gone to the doctor before she did. And it's questionable, and I would say overall, she's not telling the truth about about this case, about her injuries.
What else did you learn, Lynn?
When she was speaking about her injuries and when she was talking about her claim, there were a lot of inaccuracies in her statements. I saw more than one of these statements of the high risk statement, which indicates that the subject is being false.
Overall, how would you compare her to other people you have tested?
It shows that she's online with some of the other people that we interview who have committed crimes. We work a lot with law enforcement, we work a lot with the Department of Defense and other areas, and this indicates some of the things that we would have found with somebody who's not telling the truth.
Ms. Vargas, from what I can see, the one who benefited here, and more than once, is you.
I haven't benefited anything from any of my car accidents.
You file lawsuits against everybody.
Not everybody. These people hit me. I was not at fault for any of these accidents. Why should I pay?
Why were you in prison?
Why was I in prison? For probation. I revoked my probation.
Probation for what? Rap sheet. Prison for what?
For drugs.
What drug?
It was methamphetamines.
She is a user and a meth freak.
I have not done meth in.
Yeah, whatever. I blame you. You know why?
Why?
You let her babysit the baby.
I know. I was under the impression that she. I just cleaned up a little bit, and she.
Think about it. Just wait a minute. Please tell me you don't let her drive the baby around.
I don't.
And you let somebody with a meth history? Because you know.
But she doesn't have. I mean, really, I'm not going to close those. No, but
does she have a record?
I don't know. Ask her. I don't have a record. I have a history that I grew out of, things that I dabbled in.
Stop. You let a meth head take care of your baby. Are you crazy?
Try not to be, but when you put it like that, it makes me feel like I am. Ask her where her other kids are at.
Where are they?
I have 2 other children, 10 and 8 years old, that were taken away from me in 2002 because I had a drug problem. The worst.
And you're so happy
I'm not,
to put it out there, aren't you? Aren't you?
No, I'm not. But for her to say that I don't take care of her daughter, or that I don't take care of her good.
No, she didn't say it. I said
There have been many times when she's the one that called me to come watch her daughter. So I mean, for her to say that she doesn't know why she let me watch her daughter is ridiculous, because there's been many times, and when she didn't have that car, when her car was broke, I went and I took my brother to work. I don't do drugs anymore.
You're lying about these claims.
I'm not lying. There's nothing.
Fine. 31, 35. You owe her. You need to get a new babysitter. Case closed. We bring swift justice all across America to people who ask us to solve their disputes, and now to Black Lick, Ohio via Polycom. Let's talk to both parties. They're standing by at their own computers. Sherry Fuller says her former tenant trashed his place before he moved out. She's suing for $3,000 in damages. 60-year-old Steve Holderman says it was normal wear and tear after 8 years of living there. That she'd have to spruce things up.
At this time, go ahead and relax your back, relax your arms, because we have reached our 30-minute mark. So that means for 30 minutes you have been crocheting in the zone, boom, 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 getting ish done. But now we need a little bit of break. We need a little break. Like always, don't forget to drink some water and munch on a little snack. Today I'm going to be munching on some Lucas. If you know, you know. This right here is so fucking good. Con una paleta y ya estuvo. Pero como yo no tengo paletas, yo nomás me la voy a comer just the polvo by itself, and that alone is fucking bomb. Like mouth-watering, delicious. If you think bell peppers are spicy, this candy, it is not for you. But if you want to try it, go ahead at your own fucking risk. Amazing, delicious. Lucas is bomb. But after that quick, short, little break, let's get back into crocheting. Let's get back into the groove of things. I don't know about you guys, but when I crochet, I cannot talk at the same time. Like, either I'm counting stitches or I'm having a conversation. I cannot do both. Like, I've tried and it just doesn't work out. Or is it just me? Let me know down below if that happens to you as well. Okay, without any further ado, let's get back into the groove. Ooh, that rhymed.
Full energy. OVO by Cirque du Soleil. Opens March 16th at the Microsoft Theater. Tickets at cirquedusoleil.com.
It's amazing. He's talking about motorcycle insurance, and people love it.
You deserve to save.
I deserve to save. I mean, he has a way of making you feel seen.
Bundle car and motorcycle insurance at geico.com.
There's food you can cook in a microwave or keep warm under a heat lamp, but you won't find that kind of food at the Habit Burger Grill, because everything we cook on our char grills is worthy of fire. Fresh 100% beef, worth it. 12-hour marinated chicken, worth it. Sushi grade ahi tuna, worth it. To us, food worthy of fire is food worth eating. The Habit Burger Grill, stoking the flame since 1969.
I want to break free. Ready to break free? Let's get away to a place where we can finally be free. I've got to break free. Plan your getaway with Norwegian. Sail safe. Feel free.
Catch the latest action of the 2022 Pendleton Whiskey Velocity Tour on Pluto TV with live coverage brought to you by Tractor Supply.
100 purchase allowance on a 2022 Cadillac XT4, XT5, and XT6. We love our new apartment,
Great kitchen, open floor plan.
but there's not much privacy. At least Geico makes bundling our renters and car insurance easy.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Why is it so funny?
Sherman versus Arnzen. The plaintiff accuses her ex-housekeeper of forging checks while she was in the hospital. She's suing for $2,523.
Okay, did you approach her about what happened?
No, I called my friend Michelle because I was just like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing on the computer. It's like, how could she do this to me while I was in the hospital on my back, sick, and I just gave her a $50 advance. I mean, how could she do this to me? So Michelle, my friend Michelle was telling me, you got to go to the bank tomorrow morning and report this. So I woke up at 8:30 in the morning on December 8th, and I got a phone call from Wanda. And she was asking me if she could come over to my house and go in my backyard and look for a medal she lost of the Virgin Mary in my backyard. And I'm thinking, no, Wanda, I'm not feeling well. You can't come over.
I've got a funny feeling the Virgin Mary may have jumped off your neck.
No, sweetheart, I really did lose it.
No, I think she jumped off
No, I
when you
don't
wrote
think she
those
did.
forged checks.
No.
Okay, good. Let me hear your side of it.
Okay, well, for one thing, her house didn't look like this, okay? Well, she's got a new couch, and she also had a new bed because her bed was styrofoam, and I had to flip it every day. Well, she's trying to show you a nice, perfect home, and it wasn't, okay? As far as the check goes, she called, and I didn't get a phone call from her early. She called me, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning on my answering machine, I don't know, cell phone, my thing, and said, Wanda, honey, I had to check myself in the hospital, which I knew she was sick because her sister was sick before that, okay? And it ran her down because she was going from her job, she works hard, real hard, and she was going from her job to see her sister and back, so she was where her health was getting bad. So I was cleaning and everything, and her cats are, house cleaning, it's dirty. I mean, that's what it goes for. I mean, it does to do. So then I get on the phone, so I get the thing machine. So first thing I do when I get up is I call her, okay? And she says, Wanda, look, honey, the dogs and cats have been left alone since 8:45. Can you please go over there? I said, I'd be at the hospital, pick your keys up. So I drove
Are you drunk?
No, ma'am.
Because I can't understand what you're saying.
I'm sorry. I should talk slower. I'm just nervous.
Please do.
Okay. So then I went ahead and I went to the hospital, and I went in. She was sound asleep. Okay. So I woke her up, and she was just out of it. And she said, honey, look, here's my keys. Can you have some made? And I said, Michelle, sweetheart, Yvonne, I said, you know that I don't have any money, so I did good to pay the park, okay? And
you did what?
I did good just to pay the park.
What?
I did good just to pay to park.
Okay.
Hospital. I'm not lying.
Let's get to the checks.
Okay. I cashed the checks to
You cashed the checks?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you take them back to her for her to sign them?
No.
You signed your name on her check?
Yes, ma'am. But I didn't take the check. She told me to.
Nancy's decision is binding, and it's next.
Don't deny your cravings. Spiralize them. Noodleize them. Slice them. Dice them. Roast them. Sauce them. Saute them. Mix them. Garnish them. Describe them in a slow, tantalizing voice. Satisfy your craving for delicious with veggies, now craveable, with a goodness guarantee. Order now at noodles.com.
It takes many forms, often revealing itself in dramatic fashion, forever reshaping how we see the world around us, unearthing something deeper within that awakens us to the truth. There is so much more out there yet to be discovered. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel.
We are being defined by algorithms that think they know what you like and who you are. But is their digital version of you really you? The all-new Infiniti QX55. Introduce yourself.
Experience the all-new Infiniti QX55 at your local Infiniti retailer.
Oh, man, that is wrinkly. Like, not even just a little wrinkly. That's a whole lot of wrinkly. I've got wrinkles on top of wrinkles. At least my shoes look good.
Help prevent wrinkles in the dryer with Bounce Wrinkle Guard, the mega sheet with 3 times the wrinkle-fighting ingredients.
With miles of cardio, tons of weights, awesome classes, and rock star trainers, Crunch has everything you need to find your mode. Go Crunch mode. Join Crunch for $0 to enroll. Offer ends 3/31.
Not only did you forge 2 checks without her authority, you take advantage of people. She had just loaned you money when you needed it. And what did you do? You stole. Yeah, you did. You did. Even under your own scenario, you stole. If you were cleaning her house again, you would have charged $90. That's what she paid. And she'd already given you $50 advance on that. So at most, you were due $40. You haven't produced a single receipt for all of this cleaning supplies, nearly $300 worth that you claim that you spent the money on. And you admit you forged the check. If it had been for real and legitimate, you would have taken the check back to her and have her write it out to you. You did not do that. Don't roll your eyes at me.
Sorry.
You owe her the full amount to cover the checks, changing her locks, and damages. $2,523. Case closed.
Make this year your year in a Cadillac SUV. Visit your showroom today.
Get 0% APR for 36 months plus $500 purchase allowance on a 2022 Cadillac XT4, XT5, and XT6.
It can be easy to steal your identity. Now, it can be just as easy to help protect yourself. LifeLock helps detect identity threats. If there's a problem, we work to fix it. Go to lifelock.com.
And my car is dented.
Geico does offer 24/7 claim service.
24/7? That's a lot of attention.
They're not actually with you 24/7. They're just available whenever you need them.
Okay, because I'm an introvert. It's incredibly rare.
I don't think that's right.
Geico.
JC tried Gain Flings for the first time the other day. The scent made quite an impression. It was like that towel and JC were the only two left on Earth. But they weren't. You can always spot a first-timer. Gain Flings with Oxy Boost and Febreze. Seriously good scent. Float away with Spring Daydream from Gain.
Mr. T here.
Mr. T.
This is a cold call. Yeah, what y'all want?
Will you turn to cold washing with Tide?
What your jibber jabber? Tide cleans better in cold than the bargain brand in hot. So Mr. T can wash his hands tees in cold. You could save up to $100 on your energy bill. Mr. T will turn to cold, and so will this fool. I turn to cold. You know, technically you're Mr. T.
Technically, Steve.
This was a cold call.
With miles of cardio, awesome classes, and rockstar trainers, Crunch has everything you need to find your mode. Join Crunch for $0 to enroll. Offer ends 3/30.
From the very first touch, Pampers, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand, helps keep baby's skin drier and healthier, so every touch will protect like the first. Pampers. Time has been broken.
To save the future, we have to repair the past.
What, if anything, did we learn today? Before handing over the keys to your house to somebody, make sure you trust them. I'm Nancy Grace. Thanks for being with us. See you next time on Swift Justice.
Today in court on Swift Justice with Nancy Grace. Perfect strangers
From day one, I've been having problems with her.
become horrible roommates.
That's my doorknob that she broke into, bleach paint and chicken grease all over my sheets.
Today on Swift Justice with Nancy Grace. For 10 years, she was America's toughest and most successful prosecutor. Now, she has her own court, and she's the judge. The cases are real. The decisions are binding. and justice will be swift.
Sir, I don't care who says what. I'm going to find the truth.
Court starts now on Swift Justice with Nancy Grace.
Nasia says her former roommate, Janae, took revenge out on her by pouring bleach and chicken grease all over her clothing, her bedding, her blankets. She also accuses Janae of stealing her laptop and groceries. She's suing for $3,000. But Janae says she never stole anything, and she was not even in the apartment when the alleged vandalism took place. She's countersuing for $3,000 in medical bills, pain and suffering, because she says Nasia's aunt attacked her and bit off her fingernail. First, do you ladies agree to be bound by my court ruling, ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am? Let me go to you first. Nasia Ramkisoon. What happened?
January 2010, I moved into my residence in the Bronx, and I had a roommate prior to her. The roommate moved out March 2010. That's when, in May, she moved in. And the night she moved in, her boyfriend tried to come and open my door while I was asleep. This is like
your bedroom door?
Yeah. This is the middle of the night. From then, everything went downhill. Me and her got into an altercation because someone put gum on my door, and she confronted me about it. She said, "Why would you tell the landlord that I put gum on your door?" And I said, "Well, someone did it. You know what I mean? I didn't do it. I'm not trying to do this on myself just to cause a problem." And she started yelling, and that's when we got into an argument. That's when I knew, you know what I mean, things were just, we weren't going to get along from then on. And the altercation that happened in June with her and my aunt, I wasn't there at the time. They got into a fight because my aunt was in town because her brother died. And my aunt was in the house while I was at work. They got into a hustle or a fight, and I wasn't even there. I didn't know what happened. But I got off of work, and that's when I got the phone call. My aunt said that she had fought this girl, and when I showed up to the house, police were there.
I've just never heard of grown ladies fighting like this.
My aunt is 40 years old, and
let's get down to the bleach.
Okay. October 7th is when I came home. The landlord informed me that she was gonna be picking up her stuff. She had like a TV in her room, and she was supposed to be moving out that day.
You're saying Janae was going to pick up her stuff?
Yeah, Janae was.
Okay.
She was supposed to be moving out October 7th in the morning time. As soon as the landlord told me that she was supposed to be moving out that day, I knew something was wrong, because why would she pick up her stuff and take her stuff? I knew she was up to something, because the night before she was bringing her stuff out of the house, and I saw her move out. She didn't have the chance to do what she wanted to do that night, so she planned on doing it the next day. I was at work, and that's when she moved out. I guess that's when she had the chance to actually come in my room and throw bleach and paint and chicken grease on all over my sheets, my clothes. My laptop was stolen.
What is that?
That is my bed, and it has bleach and paint on it. That's my comforter, which has like chicken grease and chicken thrown on it, and paint. That's my doorknob that she broke into. My peacoat that was ruined with paint. My TV, and this is a Facebook thing that she put up, threatening my life. And she wrote this to my landlord. Yeah, that's stating that she wanted to get into all this.
Okay, what's your side?
Okay, good afternoon. From day one, like Naja stated, I've been having problems with her. Before I moved in the apartment, the landlord stated to me that he wanted her to move out because the last roommate left because of her, and that she was causing, I guess we'll say, like a money issue, because he had to keep finding a new roommate to fit her liking, I guess. The day one, when I moved in, the person that was helping me was not my boyfriend. Nigel's door and the house door is literally back to back from each other. If this is Nigel's door, this is the house door. The night of that she's saying that I did this to her, the landlord was with me the whole time. Doors, locks have been changed. that I didn't have a key to or anything like that. Nigel's door been like that since I moved in there, and because of
Did she have chicken grease and bleach on her bed since you moved in?
The week prior, before I was getting ready
And I noticed in your email you wrote that you had chicken.
Yes.
But as to the damage, you said your landlord was with you
from the whole time, as
Let's
if she
go
thought
to
I was going to.
Valance Fenty.
I'm here.
Hi, Valance, and this is whom? Eunice?
Yeah.
Hello. Thank you to both of you being with us. Valance, first to you, what happened?
Janae, she moved in on May 10th, and she never paid her rent on time. She's made one rent payment to me on time, and she fell behind, and she just stayed behind. Now, they constantly had allegations against each other about tampering with the food, and every time I asked one of them, they both denied it. They didn't know why the other person would say that. Now, on September 15th, that's when Janae sent me that message on Facebook, and she actually has two Facebook profiles, one underneath Janae Addison and one underneath Anissa PYT. And she sent me that message, and as you can see, the message is very violent. She threatened Asia.
Hold on just a moment. Hold on, Mr. Fenty. Why are you trying to tell me that's not your address when it's
It's not. I mean, I have Janae Addison. Anyone can make a Facebook account and say
So somebody's
them.
created a Facebook account.
I didn't have her
against you, and then wrote an email.
I didn't have her say so much numerous things to my landlord about me that was unbelievable. So
Wait a
I
minute.
would not. I
You
would
just-
not believe that. You know, this is not part of her shenanigans.
Coming up.
Hi, Woody.
Hi, Nancy.
What's the good word?
Thunderbird. No, Nancy. Today we...
Oh, wait. I've got to ask one more question. How did you get your finger bit?
Then, Nancy brings swift justice across America.
You know, he kind of bragged, about, fixing other cars and things like that and a lot of other things, but he never mentioned that. And after I'd given him the money and we were about ready to walk away, that's when he mentioned that it didn't have a catalytic converter.
Hey, bud. Thanks for coming out to cheer me on.
Dad, I'm always here.
I'm always here for you, too.
Okay, go, Dad.
Thanks.
No, everyone's passing you. Go.
You got it, Coach.
Switch to Progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says.
Hi, I'm Carrie Walsh Jennings. I'd like to introduce you to what I use to maintain an active life and help recover quickly.
The Saragem B4 is the only massage bed to combine thermal therapy and massage to relieve tension and muscle pain in the comfort of your own home. The scanning technology analyzes your spine, and the massage rollers apply thermal therapy to individual acupressure points to relieve pain. Call 866-498-4229 now and get a free 10-day in-home trial, or visit our website, saragemus.com.
Hey guys, family hike starts now. For every adventure, there's Nature Valley.
It's delightful. Seriously? But it's a total train wreck.
It's obvious that you've put a lot of work into it.
She's probably happy because she found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol.
Does anyone want to go on a bike ride?
For me, one of the best things about life is that we keep moving forward. We discover exciting new technologies, redefine who we are and how we want to lead our lives. Basically, we choose what we want our future to look like. So what's yours going to be?
To be clear, we have never been accused of being flashy, sexy, or lit, okay? We're definitely not lit. I mean, seriously, we named ourselves Booking.com, which is kind of lit if we're talking literal. It's why we're Planet Earth's #1 site for booking accommodation. We love booking stuff. And we're just here to help you make the best of your vacation. Oh, Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
add Downy to your wash for all the freshness and softness of home, even when you're not at home. Feel the difference with Downy.
Ramkissoon versus Addison. Did a roommate take revenge on her ex-friend by pouring bleach and chicken grease over her clothes and stealing her laptop? She's being sued for $3,000.
Janae Addison just told me that you, as soon as she moved in, said you're having a lot of problems with Nasia and you want her to move out. Is that true?
That is not true. That's incorrect. I've never had a problem with Nasia, and she's actually one of the best tenants that I've had over the years. So I've informed Nasia that the night before that, listen, Janae's coming tomorrow. She said that she's going to bring the keys and have it for me at 2 o'clock in the morning. And Nasia told me at that time that, I agreed she's up to something. She's going to try to take my microwave or my toiletry or something. I said, no, put what you can inside the room. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to make sure that she doesn't take anything.
Okay, ma'am. Miss Fenty, thank you for being with us. What happened that day?
Well, she came and my son called and said she was downstairs. So I went and I let her in. She was on the 3rd floor and I live on the 1st floor. And I gave her the key and she opened the door and they gave the key back to me. And I watched her. She went into the bedroom and took out the TV. And she moved it into the other area. And she went into the kitchen and she took her dishes and whatever she had in the refrigerator, whatever she had, she took out. And she asked me if I could give her, if I had any garbage bag. So I went downstairs and got a contractor bag and brought it up for her to put the dishes or whatever in. And then she said that if I have a screwdriver, because the lock on the bedroom door is hers, and she wants to take it off. So I went back downstairs, got the screwdriver and brought it up, and she took the lock off. But she made sure that she kept me busy going back and forth, bringing things back and forth.
So let me ask you this: you live on the 1st floor, and this apartment was on the 3rd floor.
Yes, and then my health wasn't good, and then going back and forth. So she distracted me to do whatever she wanted to do, and I trusted her.
Okay, first of all, Eunice Fenty, you are a very good mother. The proof is in the pudding. You have a fine young son, and I'm happy to see how nice you are to your mother.
Very nice.
You know what? I only hope my son grows up to be like you. I can't tell you how much you've helped me on this case. And very last, let me go to Woodrow Wilson Tripp Jr. Hi, Woody.
Hi, Nancy.
What's the good word?
Thunderbird. No, Nancy. Today we...
Oh, wait. I've got to ask one more question. How did you get your finger bit? Sorry, Woody. How did you get your finger bit?
This is it now, if you can see from a distance.
I see it. How did that happen?
When she gave the key to her family member, I didn't know who that lady was as she entered the home. When the lady came in by herself, she went to the refrigerator, was putting groceries and stuff. So I kindly asked her, "Excuse me, ma'am, who are you?"
Well, you've got to take into account, not many burglars come in and put groceries in the refrigerator.
No, yeah, I did. That's why I asked her, like, "Ma'am, who are you?" I figured maybe she was, the landlord's like family member or anything, because it's a family house.
Did she bite you in the finger?
Yes.
Okay. I advise that you sue the aunt.
I did. When I tried.
Well, I don't see her standing right here.
No one would give me her information.
Go ahead, Woody. You've sued the wrong person.
Nancy, we can...
And just like that, we have reached the end of today's episode. Let me know down below how much progress you got done in today's crocheting with me. I still need a lot of crocheting work to do. Not even halfway through the pattern yet, so there's that. So be ready to see daily 1 hour crocheting with me's every Monday through Friday, even Saturdays, possibly Sundays, because this sweater needs to be done. I want to wear it already. It's already going to be summer and I'm going to be rocking a sweater by the time I finish, if I keep going by this speed, but you know what, whatever. Anyways, before I close out, I want to leave you with this. You're only going to get older. You're never going to be 16, 15, 17, 25, 30 again. So get up, get ready, have fun, enjoy life. Okay, bye bye.